Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Bella Gamer, and today we're going to be talking about Pathfinder 2E's Remaster. Obviously, by the title of the video, and if you watched or seen the thumbnail, you know that I have read both the player core and the GM core. So, that being the case, I'm going to give you guys my general gists of what to expect. Now, obviously, I'm currently under embargo, so I can't give you guys any of the details, but what I can do is tell you exactly what the website tells you, what devs have said before, and as well the general idea of what the remaster is from someone who has now actually read it and knows exactly what's going on. So, to start off with, a lot of people still seem very unsure what classes are going to be in the remaster. So, that being the case, the classes that are going to be in the Player Core 1, which is coming out November 15th in stores, though if you have the subscription, you'll be getting your PDF on the 30th of October. So, a reason to subscribe to Paizo's subscription service for the rule books. But the classes that are coming out is Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, Witch, Wizard, which is a bit of a change from the original core book. We're no longer getting Champion, we're no longer getting Alchemists, we're no longer getting Sorcerer, and there's one other one I'm sure. I can't think of it at this moment, but I think there are 4 classes that were taken out, and those classes are going to be moved to Player Core 2, which is coming out in July. So, players might be asking, why is this the case? Why were some classes moved and not? And the long and short of it is they wanted to make the player cores a bit easier to consume for people who are getting into the game, and they wanted to add the classes that are specifically designed to be easier to pick up, doing like the basics more or less. So characters like the sorcerer that has like a bunch of features due to their bloodlines, or things like the champion that has their oaths and everything, even alchemist, which is honestly just an advanced class. These all are classes that are just a little bit more complex, and not only that, but they just wanted to kind of balance out Player Core 1 and Player Core 2. So that is the big thing. And as well, they added Witch because Witch has the biggest changes of any of the classes, almost getting a complete rework. Though I will say the Witch will still feel more or less the same, but they'll want to use their familiars more. And honestly, it's a change I'm very excited for. The Witch does feel really good. So, that being the case, what's not coming out in Player Core 2 are any of the classes released post Advanced Player's Guide. So, if you're looking for Magus stuff, if you're looking for Summoner, Inventor, Gunslinger, Thaumaturge, Psychic, any of those classes, Kineticist even. Well, Kineticist is already remaster, like, was designed with the remaster in mind, so you don't have to worry about Kineticist. But all the prior ones, they're not coming out with necessarily a big remaster, but instead there's going to be a big sweeping set of erratas that are going to be released for those books to bring a lot of those classes up in line, and we'll see if they'll be adding or changing anything more. Personally, I think Magus definitely needs some tuning up. It feels just a bit clunky at this time. Summoner, I think, is generally good, but I do think that the Fey Eidolon, the way their spell feature works, needs to be changed because it's just not going to work anymore. Speaking on spell features, the Wizard was one that a lot of people were kind of overhyping on because it felt like it was changing a lot. But after looking through the remaster, legitimately, Wizard really isn't changing all too much. Now, the various curriculums you can take, which are essentially your spell schools that you took before, more or less, they just took the ones that were already there for the individual schools, and they made curriculums around it. Now, like Evocation is the Battle Mage school, which or curriculum, which more or less allows you to take not only offensive spells, but some defensive spells as well in your extra spell slots. Now, a lot of people are very concerned because Wizard seems like it's a lot more restricted. You don't have as wide of a variety in your free spell slot that you do when you had before, and that is a change, but it doesn't honestly change all too much. If there is a spell you really wanted to take, you could just take that in one of your other spell slots anyway. And obviously, they also added a little sidebar that everyone kind of blew up over when you can just add a spell to your curriculum with the GM's permission. And while I have my own gripes about removing the categories of spells, I think the curriculums are overall a good choice. The focus spells that Wizards had are not gone, they're just applied to curriculums that match. And overall, Wizard honestly feels mostly the same. Though I will say that a lot of the classes got a little bit of tuning. Now, whether it's because they got new feats or whether it's because they got their text on their stuff like edited. Fighter no longer has the open trait. I don't think any feats don't have the open trait anymore. So there's that. What y'all should already know is classes like Bard and Rogue now just get martial weapon proficiency. And so there's no longer specific weapon proficiencies. You get whole group, simple, martial, or whatever, or advanced in some cases. But other than that, there's no specific weapon proficiencies, which I think is a really good change. And like, none of this is breaking embargo, right? This is all stuff they've already told the audience. So overall, the biggest change is also one I can talk about, which is spirit damage. Spirit damage is taking the place of alignment damage, and it's mostly damage that's very similar to how necrotic damage worked before. Now, necrotic is being changed to void, but spirit damage is specifically for any creature that essentially has a soul or the like, and is also damage that's capable of affecting like astral projections or allows you to attack a creature that is possessing someone specifically without hurting the person that is being possessed. So spirit damage is really good. It's also going to work with the new sanctified trait, which allows you to implement holy or unholy traits to your abilities, spells predominantly, to make them do extra damage to creatures who are the opposite. So holy does more damage to unholy and vice versa. That's kind of the biggest change, and that's something we already know, especially due to the Animist from the playtest that was done like a month ago. So these are all the big changes that honestly change how the game works. Other than that, it's just a lot of like making like the player core is designed for players. It has the rules that you can expect. It has deities in it. It has all the things that players want to interact with. The GM core is now a book mainly for GMs, and you're going to be using it more than the GM's guide because now it has the treasure items in it rather than implementing that into the player core. In fact, player core is actually just a smaller book than the original Pathfinder 2e core book, which I think is actually a good choice. It's not as daunting as I know a lot of people thought it was. And the players who are interested in running the games can look at the GM core mostly, and the players who are interested in playing can just look on the player core. I think it's a very good way of splitting them up. Presentation is better, all that's better. But if I'm being 100% honest here, not a lot is changing as much as like how you're playing the game. Now, I will say, I'll hint at, there are some changes that I think people are going to be pretty hyped about. I think there's some changes that are indeed what people have been looking for. And as well, there's a lot of evidence that Paizo was listening to the feedback that players were giving them for many of the core systems in the game. So if you thought something was not great or a little wonky before or worked a little wonky, it now feels a lot better in this particular version of the game. So that's pretty much it. Like, it's not meant to be a very long video, of course. If you do want to see more on the remaster, I did give a vibe check stream the other day, so you can check out that stream over on the live tab on the channel. And as well, the embargo is, when it comes down, I will be releasing videos every day on the remaster. I will not be flipping through the book. I'll be keeping in compliance with what Paizo has set out for me, but I will be talking about everything that's available. Obviously, those who have the subscription will be seeing their stuff on the 30th, so you can expect it by around then. And there will be no other, I'm going to guarantee right now, there will be no other channel who is going to be covering the remaster stuff as much as my channel. So if you want to see all the news of all the new things coming out in the remaster, please subscribe to the channel and like this video so other people get a chance to see it. I'm going to be releasing stuff on the Witch first, followed by the Wizard, and then we're just going to go down the line on all the things you care about. Ancestries, all this other kinds of stuff. I'm going to be working my butt off to be providing for you guys every day new content on the remaster until I've pretty much done everything. So if you want to get the most and the best information coming out for the remaster, you know what to do. This is just my little PSA. This is just to help you guys understand kind of what the remaster is about, and as well to let you guys know that stuff will be coming out on the channel very, very soon. So stay tuned. You can even join our Discord if you want to have zero chance of missing anything, as in the Discord, every time a video goes up, you will see it in the Discord chat, and as well, we talk all things tabletop there. So you can join us for other news as well. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Good luck with your games. Leave the bad luck to me. And I'll see you all in the new remaster. Bye.